What's going on, guys, and welcome back to our Surviving Java series. And today is a day that I've been putting off for the better part of 2 years. And that's mainly because it's a project that I don't know why I put it off, just I could not think of an idea that I was overly enthusiastic about going forward with. And that is working on an iron farm, and the whole point I wasn't overly looking forward to it is because, well, every single iron farm, the core mechanics of how to spawn iron golems is, it doesn't change. There's different ways of implementing it, but it still doesn't change. As in, you get enough villagers in the right conditions, you scare them, they spawn the golem, so on and so forth. You can scale it up as large as you want, you can use different mobs in order to scare them, but ultimately it's pretty much the same. So my idea is to make it a little bit more interesting by you know what, we're going to wear our cowboy hat today, by changing up the way that we're actually killing them off, and taking a lot of inspiration from, obviously, I think Tango Tech does it best, where he uses different hostile mobs for killing the iron golems. I was thinking about doing a similar sort of method, but one that I've not yet seen before and one that I think I can implement well. And if you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to clear enough room so that way I can get into my little storage room over here. But yeah, what we want to do is actually make a sort of an arena, like an iron golem arena, where we're killing them off using the natural spawns from a outpost tower. And I have found an outpost tower that is relatively nearby. Oh my god, it's so loud over there. That is relatively nearby our Guardian Ocean Farm Monument type deal. I forgot the name of it. It's the Ocean Monument Guardian Farm. Yeah, you know, one of them. But it's just over there, and it's going to take a little bit of effort to tear it down, flatten out the area, ready for me to actually start building on and start prepping. And I think today's episode is going to be mainly based around the core mechanics of the farm rather than the decorating purposes. So by all means, the end product of today's episode is definitely not what it's going to be looking like come the end of the overall project, because I've not even got a tenth of the resources that I need for the actual cosmetic side of the build that I want to go for. And it's going to be a pretty mammoth build once I've got the resources. This bunch of resources is literally the resources just for the core mechanics, and there was a reason that I had an empty shulker box on me, and that is because I knew that I wasn't able to carry all of this stuff on me. So let me throw away a bunch of the bits and pieces, you know. I will keep them and I'll put away the bed. Hopefully that should leave more room for me to actually carry resources. Yeah, so I'm going to take these over to the area, and what I'm going to hopefully do is get some help in order to take down the outpost tower that I've got in mind, as well as flatten out the area, because I'm going to be constantly harangued by spawning pillagers whilst I try to build and work over there. Having some assistance in tearing it down and flattening out the area, just the digging part of it, will definitely go a long way, to be honest with you, because yeah, I don't fancy doing it all by myself. It's going to be a nightmare working with them, but nevertheless, hopefully I'll be able to rope some people into helping me. So what we'll do is probably jump in time lapse of me tearing it down, and then I'll bring you back once it's torn down and we're ready to sort of plot out exactly what are every single time I come through this portal I constantly forget that I've done this little drop here. So I come through and I'm looking at just like a lava pit. It's like, did my portal spawn somewhere else? But yeah, nevertheless, once I've torn it down, I'll bring you back and sort of run you through what my plans are. So due to a technical difficulty of Minecraft corrupting the replay footage that I had recorded of taking down the outpost, here's a quick clip of a very inappropriate machine I made. Alright, so after quite a while I did have Clowd, Sight and Sizzle all help with the leveling and flattening out and sort of keeping guard on this area whilst I was clearing it. As you could tell, we're just going to have constant amounts of these pillagers while we try to work over here. Go away, guys. This is so not going to be an enjoyable build for me, to be honest with you. Okay. So we've got a bunch of these resources. I've picked up all of my stuff that I left my area with, just because I don't want it to get mixed up with all the resources that we just torn down the area gathering. So what I'm going to do, set this up here, and which one has our actual gear in? Where are you? There you are. Right, put you there, and then the rest of these can come into here, because what I do need to do is actually use some of the resources that we've sort of gathered and put aside in order to flatten out the area a little bit more, because I need to take it out a little bit ways that way, because this is the central point for the actual outpost. So I am going to have to take it out a lot further that way. Guy, can you just not? Okay, just don't. Oh my god. I don't know where the monster was. It was telling me that I couldn't sleep because maybe there's an area underneath the ground. Is there? There is a cave just there, but we are already getting pillagers. Go away. So we have actually got like a bunch of resources here from where we are flattening it out. Hopefully it's enough in order to flatten out this area a little bit more, taking out the distance that I need to take it. And then what we can work on after I've taken it out that way is, before getting the section underneath in place, I want to get a villager breeder up into the air for the actual iron farm core itself. Oh my god, go away. Oh, this is... So I'm going to put my totem, because I know for a fact I'm going to end up dying doing this. But yeah, I'm going to carry on flattening out the area a little bit. So let's just quickly jump in time lapse while I flatten it out and sort of get it prepped for what I need it. Oh my god, it's going to be the worst project that I've ever decided to do in my life. But yeah, I'll catch you after I finish flattening it out and ready to start nicking villagers. We have got a village just over here in the northwest, so I will probably end up having to run a rail over from there to here in order to get the villagers here. Go away. Yeah, fun. Okay, after I flattened it out, I'll bring you back. Alright guys, so after a very long time laying out all of these tracks, which by the way is entirely overkill for an iron farm, but in order for the concept to work I had to sort of cover a large area with the minecart collectors. But this is the new version of the hopper minecart systems that I'm not too sure who created, but I got the link for it off of one of Ilmango's designs. I'm looking for minecarts. I don't know where I have any, but I know that I can make some because I've got iron in one of my boxes. Do one of these and crafting bench, do that, and then one of these and then one of them. So the concept is that the hopper minecart will get dispensed from a dispenser here. It will go do its run, go all the way up, back here, bounce back, go all the way around, and then as it comes up here, it gets pushed down by the amethyst geode into this mud block, and because there's a rail on the other side there, the minecart will then attempt to drop down here onto that rail, but because we got a cauldron of lava, it will break the minecart without actually destroying it, and it will get picked up by that hopper, while all the items in the minecart will come out on this side and wash out into the water. And I could give you a quick demonstration of how it should work. If we do that and say, let's just throw some sticks on the ground and say some iron and maybe my goat horn, and then we can watch this. It does take a good second or two, but after doing this, what we are going to have to do, I did have Clowd come over and sort of go on guard duty, shooting the pillagers as I was laying all of the track, because they were getting immensely annoying whilst I was trying to not only extend this entire platform, pick up the items, thank you, not only extend the platform but then also laying the tracks. And I just got so fed up they ended up having to ask him to come and help just guard me while I was laying the rest of the track. And then we went ahead and laid track going all the way over to a village over in the northwest area, because what I am now going to have to do is build up a villager breeder in the sky, breed up some villagers, and then sort of build the actual iron farm module up top ready for it to start producing the iron golems. So this then comes in here, goes out there, it should be auto dispensed to head back off, and then the item should have just dropped back here. So there we go, we've got our goat horn, sticks and iron back. But yeah, so we're going to have like a lot of the, oh come on guy, jump, fine, screw you. We're going to have a lot of hopper minecarts going back and forth, which is obviously expensive, not very lag efficient. With the amount of rails, it's not very lag efficient, but yeah, for the concept to work, I had to do a collection system for a large area underneath a solid block. So using waterways wasn't really an option, and I could have had just one hopper minecart doing like 4 or 5 laps and probably limit the amount of powered rails to have normal rails to make it less expensive. But the fact is that redstone we've got a decent stockpile of. Gold we could get infinite amount of because we've got about 5 different gold farms running on the server, and sticks, well, pretty much non-existent. Everything sort of gives an excess produce of sticks, like any sort of wood we collect, so it's not too much of an issue. But what we are going to now have to do is once again hop into a time lapse of me building up a villager breeder into the sky and getting the villagers over here. What I may actually do is get some villagers over here and then start building up the actual thingamajig, the villager breeder, and then I can I can breed the villagers whilst building the actual iron farm itself up there as well, because we are going to have to get some zombies up there as well. That's just going to continue doing its thing, but what we can do is get this dirt and bring it up top, and then get the villagers up there. Once I've got villagers in like a little pod up there, then I'll sort of build the breeder around them. I think it's going to be the easiest method for me to do this. But yeah, once I've got the villagers up there, I will jump into a time lapse and we can knock out this villager breeder plus iron farm module, and then we can jump back into a real life action play of me trying to get zombies into their pods in order to make iron golem spawn. But yeah, nevertheless, let's hop straight into a time lapse and let's get this thing built. Alright, so a good few hours later and we have finally got 3 villagers in each of the pods. The final ones are just sort of growing up, they're all babies at the moment, which means we can sort of get rid of this breeder and all of this stuff. But what we are going to do is convert the breeder into like a temporary spawning chamber for some hostile mobs, because we're going to need some zombies. Let me mute my phone after I've got rid of these villagers. I'm sorry, sir, but you are no longer needed. Bye-bye. Oh, come on. How did he survive? Out of every single block I could have broke that one. Splat. Okay. Yeah, so let's just... have we got like normal dirt? I don't think that they can spawn on the tilled soil. I'm not 100% sure. So we may have to turn this into dirt and then put a little roof over it in order to try to get some zombies to spawn. So let me set that up and get the pathways out to the little pods that the zombies need to sit in. And then that will be like the third stage, and I think there's one final stage after that that needs to be done. So let me... I think the easiest way of doing this is get rid of that, get rid of this, and then actually break this and get rid of the water source to make this turn into normal land. Do that, and then do that. Break the birds, and then I get rid of all of this bottom section here, and then run out a new pathway. So let me do that, create the dark room there, and get the pathways done, and then once we get some zombies spawn in, I'll bring you back. Alright, so I think I've got a zombie to spawn now. I just had to get a little bit further away, and I've got pathways leading to the first two pods that they need to drop down into. So if we go and block that up, make sure he doesn't catch fire with that air gap there, and let's see if we can't get this guy to drop into the pod. Will you pick something up on your way? No, because you're going to suck. So right, we've got, I named 4 name tags just in order to do this. And then if we go... Oh. Ah, crap. Okay. So, try this. There we go. So now he's bobbing up and down. Happy days, that's number 1 done. Oh, actually, before I forget, let's, first of all, we can break this. We don't want to break the thing directly above him. Just yet, anyway. Name tag, you. There we go. And then we want to continue this redstone line. And then we can break that lever. And then that should be it, done. Although I don't want him bouncing so high up. So let's put that there and put that there. Say that. Yeah, that should be alright. Okay. Got that. Break that. That stupid annoying sound. My bow's nearly... Well, I say my bow's actually Psychotica's bow, but it's nearly dead and I haven't got a backup on me, so I really need to go sort out some new bows, because otherwise it's going to get really, really bad. Let's grab our trapdoor, and then we can break this line here. We've got another zombie there as well. Happy days. Break this section. That is this side now done, so we've got that. Is that everything on this side? Spawn proof, everything's ready. Now obviously I don't want iron golems spawning just yet, so we're going to avoid allowing that. Oh, hello. Okay, sure. Oh, well, I've got like 3 of them coming. No. Oh, as long as one of them drops down. There we go. And then this guy I can just kill. Yay. Okay. I was meant to have blocked that in. Just stop. Okay. As you can see, the dark box works pretty well because we're actually above the spawning area on the land. Oh, he didn't fall into the actual thing, did he? Stupid zombie. Okay, so let's sort of break this down a little bit so he does fall directly down. So I'm assuming that he probably fell into that little section there. Oh my god, this is so tedious to try to do. Okay, if we put a block on the side of this, just here, break Q for a sec, and then bring that up. Do that. Well, luckily we got some backups, but we have also got a creeper. And a creeper is what we're going to have to use our annoying bow with. Come on. Okay. Come on in, buddy. And do it. And do it. Oh my god, how many creepers are in there? Is that all of them? Oh no, just kidding. Zombie. Oh, creeper. Come on. You. Thank you. And one, two, one. Oh, come on. I just need to get a block behind him. There we go. Wow, he's nearly got me dead. Oh my god. So sketchy. Okay. Okay, he's now actually gone into the right place, which means we can tear down this section. I'm going to do the same for the 2 pods over there, and then what we'll do is just jump straight into a time lapse of me putting the floor over the rails in order to get the pillagers to spawn. But I will probably ask for Cloud's assistance, because I'm going to get pillagers spawning pretty much as soon as I start placing blocks back down there, because at the moment the rail's blocking their spawns. So I really want to sort of get some help with that first of all. Hello. Why? Why are you burning? Oh, because that doesn't stop you from... Okay, stop. Stop burning. God, he's so stupid. Okay, I need to try get a block above him, but I need some glass. Glass? There we go. Let me get some more glass. There we go. Just so I don't run out of it. If I break you. Okay, there we go. Happy days, and then we can get rid of you. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's jump straight into the time lapse. So I forgot these other zombies. Okay, we're very close to being able to actually start the farm up and see if it actually works or not. But before we do that, I want to... we really need to get rid of this iron golem, otherwise he's going to keep on stopping our... every single time, and I haven't even got rockets on me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let me out. I haven't got a pick on me either, which is the annoying thing. Give me that block. Thank you. So bad. Okay, let me do that and use our busted up bow to try to get rid of this iron golem, because otherwise he will start stopping our minecarts. Come on. Thank you. And then we can throw you back into there. And you know what? I'm going to grab my rockets just so that way I can get out of it if I get stuck again. Yeah, so we just want to go and put one on each of these tracks and then nudge them all along. And 2 more. 1 and 2. That should be all of them now up and running. So rockets. Thank you. Let's get out of here and go grab my stuff. By the way, I've not even tried activating that, and I have got the bad omen effect now. A little bit of me thinks I should go over to these cows and get a bucket of milk, but then a little bit of me is wondering what's happened if I just go up there and activate a thing. A raid. Let's first of all fix this, because otherwise it's going to bug me. Okay, you know what, let's just go up there and see what happens. I don't know where the raid's going to spawn, but let's hope that it's not on these platforms. Okay, so we've got so many of them spawning down below. So what we can now do is activate this. They should now get scared, and we should now start seeing iron golems spawning. And then when they drop down, they should just be sort of torn to shreds. A little bit confused as to why these two have not spawned one. That it's lifted the block. They are getting scared. They are getting scared as well. We'll see what happens on the next cycle. Like, it's not guaranteed, but the raid is, like, the raid bar is going down. Like, their mine golems are doing work, and some of them that are down there are obviously from the raid ones. But yeah, it's just absolute carnage down here. Have I got, like, hostile mobs turned off? Oh, I think it's just because I'm up top, so maybe I can't hear them. Oh, there's another iron golem. And another one. Reinforcing the ranks. There's just so many of them. Oh, there comes another one. Now, I've not put in the main collection system yet. So at the moment, anything that does get picked up is just going to be getting spat out here. So we're getting like the odd bits of iron here and there that will be getting spat out by the iron golems dying from the hopper mine carts. Alright, that bit of iron there should get picked up. Oh, look, another iron golem just dropped straight down onto it. It's like, I don't know, will the raid just continuously go forever here then? If, like, or is there like special ones of these pillagers that are actually from the raid, and then the rest don't really count? Because at the moment, it just seems like there's a lot more pillagers than what there should normally be. But the raid bar is going down, so maybe it's just like a percentage of them that they need to get killed. I do love watching their bodies fly, especially with the ragdoll effect. But this is like the concept that I wanted to go for, just an all-out and utter brawl. And obviously, when if someone's down below and you've got hostile mobs spawning nearby, it means that iron golems are going to be building up, which is how comes I've put up this wall to stop the iron golems from wandering off. And then eventually, when you go back up top, you'll get loads of pillagers spawning, and they'll sort of cull the iron golems. But it is also the reason that I've got the on-off switch for the iron farm up top as well, just to prevent any sort of drastic overflow of iron golems from like continuously spawning and not being able to turn it off entirely and just having them build up, because they will continuously spawn. There is no sort of mob cap that will reach down below and say, you know what, there's enough iron golems in this area. It will just keep on building up. I need to make sure that all 4 pods are actually spawning iron golems. Okay, so that one on the left definitely is. And I'm fairly sure the 2 on the right from this angle were spawning that I last saw. Okay, so that one on the left, far left is spawned one. Now we just want to double check these ones on the right. Come on, I want to see a light. Okay, there we go, there's 2 on the right. Yeah, so they are all spawning fine. That's just one main thing that I wanted to ensure. The raid bar, oh no, it's going up a little bit, and then it's going down, and then it's going up. Maybe it's just going to like peter patter over that sort of area, like consistently, because pillagers are just going to keep on spawning while I'm up there. But I do love the absolute just complete mayhem that it is. And obviously we've not got any of the cosmetics done, and we haven't got the collection system in place. The collection system, what I'm going to do is have another hopper minecart going up and down this, run into a shulker loader with a bunch of iron filters just underneath here. I'm just going to clear out an area underneath the water and have them into shulker loaders. And then the cosmetic side of things, we probably won't get to that for another few episodes, because it's going to take a lot of me building up the resources in the background in order to get the resources at hand to build the sort of cosmetic shell for this farm that I've designed, and it is freaking massive, the design that I've gone for. So it's going to take a good minute or two before I'm able to get all the resources. Like, the main resources for this one was mainly AFK resources, so gold for the rail, redstone from one of the budget like witch hut farms is just AFK materials, so that was all covered. The tree farms for the sticks for the rails, that was AFK. So everything's like, all the materials for this farm other than the man hours put into clearing it out and building it was pretty much AFK stuff. But the resources that I need for the design I've gone for is definitely, it's just not AFKable. It is, but it's very, very slow. And it will take me months and months if I don't do it actively, trying to gather the materials. Okay, so we are getting iron golems now building up. Like, the raid bar is now nearly gone, which is good. But yeah, nevertheless, I'm probably going to call it here for today's episode, because I know this episode's now gone on to a better part of about 40 minutes, and I don't think there's anything that I can edit down other than cutting out a lot of me talking. But either way, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and hopefully I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.